News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
The Bomber Race is one of our big feature races of the evening tonight. We've got an 80-lapper main event for the Bombers, and it goes in 2 sections. You go 40 laps, and then the cars pull off the track to our staging area. They have 10 minutes for the driver to get out, relax for a minute, go to a little boys' room if he has to, and then they have time to fuel their car. That's the only thing they can do. Nobody else can touch the car. They can't check the oil, do any air pressure changes, and then they'll come out for an additional 40 laps.
Because I know that we have a tech area where these cars are checked beforehand and weighed and made sure that they fit all the specifications. So this is to ensure that they're still in the same condition as when they left the track.
Right. What we do, we have a set of rules that each class has to follow out here. We do have a tech. They have to go through tech before. We call it pre-tech. They check for their safety equipment mainly at pre-tech. And then usually the top 4 cars of each class will go through tech at the end of the race. And that's when we go through the rules a little bit heavier, look at their cars, make sure their engines are the right CCs, the right cubic inch, or they got the right amount of brakes, or the right tires, or roll cages, or so on. And it's pretty intense inspection sometimes. Sometimes we actually even tear the cars down a little bit, see if they've been poured and polished, or see if anybody's doing any cheating. And so far our guys have been pretty good. We haven't caught anybody cheating, so it's keeping everybody honest.
Because for the layman, we use specific tires made for a dirt track here, and a lot of the drivers, do they fill up their tank all the way? Do they keep it light? And for a race like this, like 80 laps, what do they do with that?
Well, what they do usually, some of the drivers will keep a light tank. It depends on which classes, like the mini stocks or the mod minis, because they don't want all that extra weight in their car. Some of the drivers, like the modifieds, they like a full tank because it helps them in their turns. Yeah. It helps them set up their car. Plus, they have to weight their car, so their fuel they have to usually do it on a full tank.
Yeah. And those IMCAs tend to go around the corners and kind of fly. I've seen them up on 2 wheels before.
Yes, they actually do. There are a lot of the drivers that prefer getting their car up off the ground on their left front. Yeah. And it looks pretty awesome when they do that. And that's what makes it exciting. I think that's what the crowd likes.
It is an exciting race. And I see the crowd is doing really well out there tonight. Really exciting race. I know that we're at the break for the Bombers right now. They'll be coming out for the last 40. This is going to be an exciting time. Tell everybody about what's coming on next 2 weeks at the race.
Yeah, our next 2 races will be our last 2 races of the season. They'll both be in November. November 5th will be a 1 o'clock race, and so will the end of November will be a 1 o'clock race. So this is our last 7 o'clock, and what a beautiful night. It's nice and cool up here. It's not too cold, not too warm. There's no dust. The track is not throwing any dust at all tonight. It's just been an awesome track tonight for these drivers.
The track has been nice tonight as well. And so all the classes that we raced tonight?
We raced all of our class. We had mini stocks, coupes, bombers, street stocks. Most of our modifieds went to Mojave this weekend. They had a big money race up there, so they went up there. And then we have our pro stocks as well.
And that's the classes that we'll be having out in the next 2 weeks?
Correct, all them classes for the next 2 weeks, because we're coming right down the points championship. A couple of races are really close. One race can really make the difference between first, second, and third.
Definitely. And of course we have the award ceremonies as well. And as usual, more information on Pahrump Valley Speedway.
Yep, PahrumpValleySpeedway.com or PahrumpValleyBlogspot.com.